Okay, so VCAR will often have questions to do with tangents, to do with differentiation, to do with calculus in their Tech Free, as well as in the Tech Active. And there's always going to be, they like to use literals, so you've got to get used to working through these practice problems where there's a lot of literals in use, such as here. So we've got, here's a line, straight line, the gradient will be A, it's a tangent to this curve at this point. Find A, C, and find D. Okay, I mean, for me, first of all, I know that the tangent here has a gradient of A. So what we can do is we can find the gradient function dy and dx. So it's going to be a half lots of x to the power of negative a half, and the d will go away. So this is going to be equal to 1 on 2 lots of root x. Now we know that at this point, 4, c, there's a gradient of a. So what we'll do is we'll sub in 4. So when x equals 4, the gradient function tells us the gradient there will be 1 over 4. I subbed x equals 4 into this function here. And we know that this is equal to a, because that's the gradient of the tangent at the point x equals 4. So we've already found a. A is a quarter. That's good news. Now let's find c, or let's find d. Well, we know that if a is a quarter, then y is a quarter x minus 2. We know that this is the equation of the tangent at the point 4, c, and of course that means that 4, c must be a point on this tangent. So here I can sub in 4, c, and so c is a quarter times 4 will be 1. So c is 1 take 2. So c is negative 1. And so the last thing I need to do is I need to find d. Now, for this curve, we know this point lies on the curve, and we know that c is negative 1 now. So for this curve, y equals root x plus d, I can sub in the known point, which is 4, negative 1, because we just found c is negative 1. And so negative 1 is 2 plus d, meaning that d is negative 3. And I always like to sum up my answers here. A is a quarter, c is negative 1, d is negative 3.